screen. It is horizontal and I didn't realize I had an unlocked screen, so that's why if I am a couple of minutes late. I think I'm 1 minute late. How are you all this morning? Today is June 5th already. Isn't that crazy? June 5th, and we are about to do another June palette this morning. I have the two that we have worked on. I have the other two, but they're in the book, but these are the two together, the one I finished yesterday. And today I have got, good morning, Joanne, or good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon for you. I've got my sketch already done, and it's of Maria's. We're using the palette, the beautiful palette of Maria's submission by Jennifer O'Connell Interiors. It's called Bird Watching, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get all these gorgeous colors through my palette, but we will see. If you're watching this, you commented yesterday, and I can't remember your name, but you asked what the palette was or what the primaries were that I was using. So it's just these are Schminke, which is they're just the Academy ones, and I have primary yellow, carmine, red, and primary cyan, and white, and that's it. Those are the three, but we'll see, because we're going to have to do some color swatching and try and get those colors, because these are they look a little bit more vibrant in your video, or you're not your video, but in your screen that you're seeing. Hi Sarah, how are you? I may have to pull out a phthalo or even a cobalt, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm going to get this sketched out. I haven't done that yet. And then start swatching. And I'm just going to write up here that it is June 5th. And it is Jennifer O'Connell Interiors Bird Watching. Okay. Good morning, C. How are you, C? So I can move this over like that. If you are part of our paying subscribers, you will have the Padlet with the image in, but I'll show you at the end as well. And I think I can get rid of this because there really aren't too many colors. I mean, there's some light blues, but I'm just going to start fresh, I think. Sometimes it's better to start fresh. Good morning. Hi, Nanette. How are you? You might have seen, I didn't mean to. Okay, so this is one thing about Substack. You make an edit in a post and then you save it. You can't save it without like sending it out to everybody. So I apologize if you got a repeat of that post with the 100-day video. So that I think went out again this morning, and it wasn't supposed to. All I did, I just edited a name inside, and then it sent it out again. So I'm not sure why it does that. Maybe there's a way to not have that happen. Hi Kelly, how are you? So yeah, apologies. I did add the new sketch or paint and draw meet that we are having on Friday, which is tomorrow. I'm sorry. I know, like, if you don't come to our mornings, you probably miss a lot. And all week I've been saying, I will add it, I will add it, I will add it. It's at 3 p.m. tomorrow, and the title is Conversations. I'm really excited about these images. I think now I'm putting a lot of pressure on them being brilliant, but I love them. I love the fact that there is there's that connection between the two people or two things. Did it say copy? Okay, that's really weird, Nanette. Okay, thank you. Thank you for this. Because I got a copy as well. So I don't know if I could maybe change the title and just say edit maybe in the... I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. That's something for me to do to, you know, add to my list. Actually, I will add it to my list because Jennifer Caballeros made, you know how she makes the little sketchbooks? She made a list pad and I love it. So I just have it on the side of my table and I write list. You'd think I could just say save, but I can't. It doesn't let me, it doesn't allow me. There's no option for just like a simple save. Anyway, so you should have received, oh, you know what? I did not send, okay, so the Luma I have put in paint and draw sessions in the pinned post, and I forgot to send the chat Luma out as an email. So if you go into chat, scroll all the way down, it'll be there. Did I say hi to you, Susan? If I didn't, hello. Yeah, so it is in there. So we're using Maria's image today that she submitted, and it's by Jennifer O'Connell, and it's gorgeous. Love, love, love all the colors. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the colors like that, but I will try. I will try. So I've sketched this out already. This is my go-to for my little composition that I'm using today. I just looked at still lifes and took elements from still lifes. I'm trying to go with the similar theme of table and chairs, and then everything else that's on it, and including things that I love, pattern and bowls. This one actually has got pomegranates. And I think these are supposed to be like the tops of celery, like that really nice lime green, and there's no lime green actually in the picture, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I have my values here though, so once we start getting a palette together, then our values will come together as well. All right. See, this image is a little bit longer, so I have a little bit extra down here. I don't have a table, like my table is very, very stark white, but I don't think it'll be stark white. It may be like either a yellow or a blue. And I like I like still lifes where they're a little bit off, right? So you have like change in different planes, like it goes completely against, you know, traditional painters, and it's a little bit off where you have like perspective from above and perspective from the side, and I think it changes it up a little bit and is a little bit more interesting. Hello, Martina. Hi, Julia. Good evening, Julia. Good afternoon, Martina. How are you guys? It's Thursday. I don't know if Melissa's here yet. Maybe she's making her coffee. But she has art hang party tonight. And I haven't shared it on stories, but I will. But she is on, today she is, she's got, oh, what's her name? Weird is Best. I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name from Weird is Best. Oh, Kama from Weird is Best. She went to Tokyo recently. I think it was Tokyo. Yeah, so they're doing a session on Tokyo, which will be really interesting. It's always fun to see other people's visions on like a city. Okay, let's take this up a little bit. It's a little bit too long. I think I'm okay with the bowl. Nanette, did you do today's portrait for Sketchy? Okay, and I think this may be too big. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And now these have to be I like these funny forks as well that I'm doing for no particular reason or why. All right, I'm going to get some shadows cast. This one's shorter. I got to remember that I just put that shorter. Maybe I'll put a pattern on the outside of the plate today. If I'm just having a simple table, then I need some pattern on the other things that I'm using to create some interest in this piece. And I think I have to look at chairs. I'm making all these chairs up as well. Good morning, Maria. We're attempting your piece. Well, your picture is beautiful. The Jennifer O'Connell image. I really think I may have to take some other colors out, but I'm gonna try with these, and if I can't get those turquoises, then, and there's ultramarine that's really, or actually that could be cobalt. Maybe I can use that really expensive cobalt today. It's this one, isn't it? This one, and let's have a look. Or was it the cerulean? It was the cobalt. Is Sarah here? Yes, Sarah's here. I always get mixed up. Which one was it that was super expensive? Good morning, Teresa. How are you? And it is such a gorgeous image for the palette today. I think I may have to use, oh, that means I have to have a different pink as well, I think. I'm going to bring in a little bit. Oh my, that one's so dry. I haven't, the opera, okay, what is it with opera? Can anybody tell me? The opera pinks are drying up, like they are just dry, basically. I'm going to have to, do I have a tin, I can squish it and get some, I need a muddler. Is it a muddler? I'm still on the olives from yesterday. Okay, we have some opera. dust. And then a little bit of water. And we'll see what that does. It is such a gorgeous image. It really is. Okay, let's get mixing. Yes, this is a very fun color mixing challenge. You are right. Because I'm not using these wells, I think I can put... This is the cadmium yellow lemon. Did Julia get back to us? I mean, not Julia. I was looking at your name. Okay. Sarah, did you get back to us? This is the cerulean at the top. So we have cyan, cerulean, and I think it's the cobalt. Is it the cobalt? I mean, cobalt will make that beautiful. It looks like ultramarine, but I think it's more of a cobalt. Okay. And I may need a third thing of water just to keep everything super clean. Okay, I'm going to go with the, I think I'm going to put yellow. Let me just stick this down as well. Oh, Julia says, with today's palette, I'm doing a Technicolor portrait. Ooh, that's fun. Cobalt is more expensive. That's what I thought. Thank you. I love having my creatives here who knows what I mean and what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to go with the... you want to see probably which one I'm going to go with. Shall I do... I think I'm going to do the tablecloth yellow. And then because we've got pomegranate, I want to go more pinks with the pomegranates. And then I can do the background here, I think, will probably be blue. No, I'm going to go orange black back here, like orangey red. And then I can do probably blue details on these jugs, but do them in light pink or do them in the light blue. Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to clean up my yellow because I feel like I can go a little bit on the dirtier side for the tablecloth. But still keeping it... Oh, I went really orange for that. Okay, so I don't need that much. I need a lot more yellow. I'll use that orange for something else because there's a lot of orange in here. Maybe I'll use that for the background. All right. So, and yeah, the camera is picking up a very different color to what I have it here. Let's take a little bit of white, which also picked up a little tiny bit of blue. This is, yeah, Sarah's probably going, why don't you just get a palette knife and do that? I probably should. It's okay, like up here, if I just show you here, it's very similar color to this, to that edge. You know what, I think I'll use that orange for the shadows of everything that's on the table. Let's take a little bit more white. There are lighter areas as well, which I can mix in. I just want to get rid of those pencil marks. Good morning, Leslie. Just watched your 100 days. It was fantastic. Oh, thank you. I know I have a mission today to figure out why I can't just edit a post without having to resend it in Substack. And if anybody knows that answer now, you can tell me so I don't have to go searching. Or maybe you know a way of not having to do that. I know that we have quite a few people here who use Substack and post. So I couldn't just say save. It wouldn't just say save. And it just kind of left me hanging. So I don't know what to do next time. But thank you, Leslie. It's been great. And I still have lots of pictures to focus on, but it's kind of nice to finish the 100-day project because then I can focus on other things. So I think I should have gone slightly lighter, or slightly lighter with my pencil so it's not showing through as much. That's okay. We've had such dark tables that it's gone right over with no problem. And I don't know how that got up there, but I don't like that. Okay, I need to make some more of this color. Nanette says, not yet. I think Nanette's talking about her portrait from yesterday. I did yesterday's late evening. Probably will do the same later. Back to work today. Oh. Looking forward to seeing it. Good morning, Reb. How are you? Reb, congrats on your finishing your 100-day. I haven't been over to see your video yet. I have to. And C, you finished as well. Congrats. Anyone else do a 100-day project and finish? Nanette, you finished yours. It does feel good to finish it. And if you're just joining, I did not email about the meet tomorrow, but I saw Leslie saw it. In the paint and draw sessions, I have added the session for tomorrow, and in the chat it's in there as well, the Luma, so you can sign up through either or. And you'll get the images half an hour before or afterwards. So I will be sharing during the session, so don't worry if you don't get them. You don't actually need them because I'll be sharing them. And that's at 3 p.m. tomorrow. little bit more white, I feel, is needed. There's going to be shadows around here as well, but there are other, this a little bit lighter, all the different shades of yellow, and you wouldn't think that they're in there. Just in that little portion of the painting. I don't know how I'm going to get all the other colors in, but we'll see. We can try. I just have to be conscious of getting a lot of the colors in. All right, so I'm going to use this color for the shadows. Probably didn't need to be that big of a shadow, that one. Good morning, Amy. How are you? And good morning, Melissa. We were just talking about you. Well, not really talking about you, but we were talking a little bit about Art Hang and how you're going to Tokyo tonight, and Kama is providing the images. Are they very different to your images of Japan, Melissa? I don't know if I'm going to be able to leave this table this plain. I may have to do a pattern on the tablecloth. And it kind of looks like a tablecloth, so I should probably do a pattern, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think so. I could do a pattern which has like a little bit of this and a little bit of that color, or let's block everything in and then I'll have a look. I'll rethink it. So for both of these, I have gone darker in the wall color. I'm wondering if I go lighter and then make the chair darker. So those pretty blues, or maybe I really wanted to use that cobalt though, and then bring it down here as well. Or I could do, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, let me just make sure my brush is really clean. Melissa says, yes, Kama's images feel very different to mine, to me at least. Aqua for the wall color. Okay, let's do aqua for the wall color. All right, I'm going to probably use the cerulean then, because the cerulean has more green in it. And let's use the lemon yellow. I'm going to have to mix more than this. Okay, that's not aqua enough. That's like green. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to do the same with the, let's do cerulean. See, I'm so used to my primaries that now I've introduced some other colors. Let's try cerulean and cadmium. No, that goes even more. Okay, so maybe it's the cobalt. I'm going to try just taking both of those like so. And then watch, I'll be able to mix it with the cyan. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Okay, not such a huge difference in color. I'm gonna have to mix a light blue first, aren't I? I think that's what my problem is. I'm going straight in with the mixing of these two, and I need to mix a light blue first. Okay, let's do it. So those two colors really aren't too different, but they may be very different with a light, with a white. So we're going to try that. Actually, let's try it for all three. Here's us experimenting. So this is the cyan. I don't want to waste them. This is the cyan. Do I have any color that I can put? I may do something. Maybe the jug should be multiple color. No, I'm going to be wasting today. Julia says, I just finished my portrait and better head off to bed soon. I'm going to a Celtic musical festival for the long weekend here. King's birthday. Oh, have a great weekend. That's great. Okay, and then I'm going to use cerulean. Okay, definitely the cerulean has more purple in it. Ah, see, so the cyan may have worked. Geez, I didn't have to get out my other colors. Okay, but this color is perfect. Like the cobalt will be perfect for the blues that are in the left-hand corner. Yeah, okay. So there you can see the difference. The cerulean is pretty neutral. The cyan, which I've been using all week, is definitely on the cooler side, and the cobalt is on the warm side. And you're probably thinking, I could have told you that, but it's always good to see it. So now I would have just been good using the cyan. So, but let me take a tiny little bit of yellow into that. Good morning, Nick, or good evening, Nick. All right, so I think I'm good. I've got it. So this is the color that I want for the back, the background, the back. I'm going to take some more white though over here. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Okay, so let's just put that on here. We had a bit of a mixing dilemma, Nick. Well, in my head I did, because I'm like, I can't mix it. Yeah, so you do have to basically start with your light blue and then add a little bit of yellow, because just taking the two, you get that. It's not as vibrant though, is it? Ooh, shall I try the other one? Okay, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a tiny little bit more yellow. Some areas are a little bit more of that color. Is that too green now? It's too green, isn't it? I do love the color though. I think somebody else must have got my Hemi brushes, because they still haven't come. Okay, I'm gonna try just taking some yellow into here. That went really, really, really bright, and there's not much of that color on here. So let's take some more cerulean. No, see, that just goes really, it doesn't take much to change it to green. And I just want it to be almost like a turquoise. Oh, I've got it here. Take a little bit of that in here. I think a phthalo would be better maybe for that color. Anybody else having a hard time getting those colors? I love how Maria is challenging us today. Thanks, Maria, with our colors. I mean, there are these colors down here as well, so. Everyone's doing just great and not having a hard time. That's how I love it. But I know that, oh, and I didn't put that on there. I know that some of us are struggling. Okay, that is actually quite a nice color as well. Just those two mixed together. And I think I may bring this, and let's take a little bit more white. I'm going to take a little bit of this into the plate, like just this outer edge of the plate, because I want to bring this color down here, and then I'll put a pattern on it, or a stripe or something. Maria is giving nice star hearty emoji faces. Starry eyes. Thanks. You're so organized. My palettes are very messy and I'd forget to make the paint swatches. Well, I did, if you've been watching, I have been kind of forgetting. So not today as much because I'm trying to make a really conscious effort, but I am I'm trying to remember because you can't really get them back. I mean, you can, but backtracking, it's so much easier to do it as you go. All right. Oh, you know what I forgot? In between. The in between there. Get that in now. The in between here. Okay. This is going to be like, there is a white, but has a little bit of pink. I think I will just use a very light blue, probably this one, because there is a light blue in the picture. And just put it right here, so it's still keeping nice and bright, but not white. And then I have to think about shadows, which I'm going to do right now, of the fork and the bowl on this area here, because I'm going to change it. So taking the color that I had with a little bit more blue, I think it was the cerulean. I don't know if this is dark. Yeah, this is dark enough. Gonna add a tiny little bit more cerulean to that. Okay. So taking that where the fork is here and the spoon is right here. And then where the bowl is here. So giving each color its own shadow color. I think that's fun as well. May look a bit colorful, but that's okay. And then also that means I need to add some of the it is a very nice color, the cobalt. Very pretty color. I'm going to add a little bit more. Because there's lots of those colors. Oh, I forgot to do the see? You say it and then I don't do it, Maria. She was saying, oh, and I would forget to do the palette as I go. Well, yeah, I did the same, so. Shadow, shadow. I don't think, oh, you know, I didn't do this shadow, this color. Maria, are you ready for your gallery? Oh, shoot. Openings tomorrow? Which one are you going to first? Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this and put a little bit more of that color on there, seeing as I've still got some here, just to flatten it out. Anyone in Ohio that's listening to this live or recorded, go and see Maria. She has 2 gallery openings. Are they both in Cleveland, Maria? Or was I wrong in saying that earlier? Please do let us know. I'm not going to be able to finish this. That would be crazy. Okay. I like that a little bit better. Gap in the chair. What gap in the chair? What gap in the chair? Gap in the chair? Don't forget the gap in the chair. Did I forget the gap in the chair? I have to paint the chair. I think I'm gonna do the chair. Oh, Maria says yes, I'm going on the west side first because they open earlier, then to the Akron, which opens at 7, which is an hour away and almost my bedtime. The in-between, you did it. Oh yes, thanks, Nick. Sue says gorgeous image, you got the gap. Okay, thanks. Okay, I was like, gap in the chair, did I forget the gap in the chair? Okay, there's a really pretty dark green. There's also a brown in this picture. Maybe I should do the chair a brown and then use the other colors for accents on the other things, because these have to be like red and that really deep color. Let's get this a light pink, because that's what I really want to do, is get that a light pink. And I'm going to use my opera, which is all dry and crumbly. Can't believe it. But I'm going to just put this on like this and then use white to look how nice that color is. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I'm going to use the white to just make it a little bit more solid. Soup kitchen for the wallabies. Hello from Tasmania. Oh, that's so cool. Hello from Tasmania. How are you? I haven't done a virtual art retreat in Tasmania yet, and that was on my list because we did Tanzania last time, which is in Africa, and then Tasmania, which is just off the coast of Australia, right? Am I right? Or is it New Zealand, off the coast of New Zealand? Is Tasmania, are you your own country? My sister went to Tasmania. She has a friend out there a long time ago. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I love that. Do you really feed wallabies? I want to know. Okay, this is turning out to be really, really bright. Let's take the red and mix it with the opera pink. And I think a little bit of blue got into that, but that's okay. This is a beautiful pomegranate color going on here. Could be a little bit darker actually, but I'm going to do light first and then maybe over. Oh my goodness, you know what I forgot? Now I'm forgetting all the time to do it. I was being so good. I should have put that over there. That's okay. I'll do this one over here. Gosh. I wonder if my video is super, super, super delayed. How can I tell if it's really delayed? If I say comment yes right now, maybe I can. Okay, so after 3, I want you all to comment yes in the chat when after 3, and then I can count how many seconds you guys are delayed, okay? No, yeah, you were early. You gotta wait, Melissa. I said after 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay. And I can see you guys like playing games as well. I should do. I'm gonna ask my friend Al what games I can play on YouTube with my listeners. Okay. Sorry, I'll stop playing games now. Okay, so I'm just going to mix a little bit of this orange into the red that I had. It just makes it slightly more, and it's a little bit dry as well. I just want to see if I can just create this like little bit of a vibration between the green and I know there should be a little bit more of a vibration. I think you can see it. It's kind of fun. You can also do it up here. There's 2 colors next to each other. Although this one there isn't as much. Soup Kitchen says, darn it, it didn't let me do the yes thing. Oh, it's okay. Soup Kitchen says, off the coast of Australia, yes, we're our own country. Tasmania is a state of Australia. Oh, okay. Yes, I do feed the wallabies. Some are very friendly and allow us to pay them. Others, to pet them, and others are more aloof. Oh, to pat them. Ah, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let me just mix a brown. I'm gonna have to think of other games that we can play. Okay, so I've mixed that dark green, which is not the dark green that I want. So I need to get some more red in there and a lot more yellow to get that brown. There we go. That's better. Better. And that's going to be for the chair. You sometimes have to have just some, some dull colors, more muted colors. And these are going to have to be more on the light blue side, I think. The leaves that are coming out. Either that or I could do some darker blues, but that would be a little bit crazy. That wasn't supposed to be as wide. Now I'm going to have to make them all wide like that. So I am building, I think I keep saying this, but I am building a list of workshops for the summer. I was going to do quite a few of them to be on demand and sell them as an on-demand package. But do you prefer them in person, or do you like the fact that you can just buy them and go at your own pace whenever? Like, do them at your own pace. Not just buy them, but do them at your own pace. Let me know. So it's going to be similar to last year, where there'll be a group of workshops which will be in July, and a group of workshops which will be in August. Melissa says it could be that people are not watching fully live either. Sometimes videos pause and then we play it again. It does skip to now, if that makes sense. Oh yes, regarding that, sometimes I feel like I'm behind as others answer you and are saying something on my screen. Oh, that could be that. And Nanette says my video goes off when I use my camera, so when I come back on it may be behind. On demand only because of time zones, Nick says. Yeah, I think on demand it may be the way to go for the summer, because also people are like, you know, they're busy in the summer. Well, in our time zone, summer. I know that it's winter for you guys. Is it getting cold? Is it cold in Victoria and Tasmania? Okay. Looks a little bit odd, but that's okay. Okay, I did the brown. I think I may do the fork and the spoon brown as well, but that would be kind of boring, wouldn't it? Maybe I could do those in the green that I mixed and then took away. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Because there is that green color on the chair. It's 8 o'clock. Totally understand if you guys have to go. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to go to Melissa's art hang party tonight. There's also the Visual Arts Passage Drawing Hive if you want to do more portraits. You could do that. Oh yeah, you're in Melbourne, not Victoria. Oh, yeah. Nick says, getting colder, but not bad. It's cold in Tasmania and wet where I live. Oh no, that's not good. Funny looking fork. And Martina says on demand because of procrastination. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. It I can definitely do that. I'm going to try, as I purchased a pochade en plein air box, a little en plein air on the go easel, and a pochade box is just basically a palette that you can attach your painting to, or a palette which has a little area for your painting as well, to paint en plein air. So that is my goal for the summer, is to do at least one day where I go out for the morning and paint. Okay, colors, and I didn't get that on. No, I did get that on. Okay, I need more. I'm gonna take this color because it's a great color to mix in with the red for some of the pomegranates, because some of the pomegranates are not all like bright. So I can block and then get that color in there too. It's almost like a dull raspberry color. Pomegranate, like a pomegranate color. Actually, this color and that yellow are really nice together. Mixing all these pretty colors, it makes you realize that you don't always use a lot of colors. Okay, I'm going to take some more red in that. Got bits of opera hanging out. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white and a little bit more red. Okay, I can take this color on the side here and just get a little bit of shape to this pomegranate. I feel like they look very regal, pomegranates. I think it's because of their little hat. It always reminds me of a crown. Oh, Nick says, oh yes, can you do a class on that? On procrastination, you mean? Nick says, I've been off work since K and watching loads of landscape artists of the year, very inspiring. What since K? Since K? Oh, since you're sick? Oh no, you've been off work sick. Oh no. Granada has, what does Granada have? Esty says, I love this month. It's so challenging and I enjoy it a lot. It is so challenging and I love it a lot too. Okay. The colors are slowly coming together. Can I just show you that? Like slowly. I feel like I need to bring up some purples, or no, maybe some lighter yellows up here as well. I want these are supposed to be, you know what they're supposed to be, but there isn't that bright green in this picture, so I can't really use that color. But they're supposed to be celery stalks, you know, but it doesn't really matter what they are because it's just the shape really that I want. So I'm just going to get some yellow up here. You know, like the tops of the celery, how they're a bit like fluffy, leafy, shall I say? Not fluffy, they're leafy. Using wrong words here. Oh, I've been doing Duolingo for Italian. Okay, so I learned Italian from an Italian. I never learned it in school. I never learned it from books. An Italian taught me Italian. And I'm going to say that he taught me Italian very well, but I also didn't learn a lot about the verbs and everything. So now doing Duolingo, it's really helping me remember, like, you know, how the verb should be. And I mean, I'm kind of breezing through a lot of it because I understand a lot of it, but writing also is very hard. So that's been really good. Really good. There's brass pomegranates in the streets. What? There's brass pomegranates? In which streets? Oh, Granada has pomegranates. It's a token fruit. There are brass pomegranates in the streets. Okay. I think I gotcha, Amy. And Soup says, I've been watching Landscape Artist of the Year and Portrait Artist of the Year also a lot. I love both of those series. And C says, I'm learning Spanish from Duolingo. I'm slacking a bit right now, though. I know, Duolingo gets very upset with you if you don't do it. Like, they bug you on your on the app, like really bug you. Okay, there's some of this color. I had the yellow, so I didn't put the yellow in again. I just want to get some light on the pomegranates. And Nick, did you know that Julia here, she is Italian, part Italian. Which Nick is coming to Italy. So I'm trying to get better at my Italian. I feel like Duolingo would probably help me with Spanish as well, though. That's great that you're doing it, see. Okay, that first red was a little bit too flat, shall we say. And this, I think I'm just going to blend it a little bit in. The beauty about gouache. And I think I can go even darker, almost like with a purpley red, like a bluey, dark bluey purple. There are some of those, and I'm going to take that up here. Uh-oh, went over. Gosh. Not sure if I can just lift that. Let's see. Oh, like magic. It's like magic. Look at that. It's magic. I do want a little bit more of an orange. There's some really nice bright oranges and I'm not getting them, and I think it's maybe the yellow. So let's try lemon yellow. And oh, it could be also it could be the red, the carmine. No, I think this is better actually. Yeah. I thought this one was going to be super simple. Little did I know that it was going to be a huge challenge. I thought, oh, look at all the colors. That's going to be awesome. Well, okay, I never think it's going to be simple, but I always think, like, I guess I don't think about the difficulty. Thinking about it, I don't think about it. But no, I wasn't expecting it to be anything, I don't know, crazy, but it's not an easy one. Okay, I actually want like a minty turquoise. I'm going to take this here, blend it into the blue. And then I'm going to have to take a lot of white with my dirty brush. Okay. So there's a little bit of that right up there. Not sure if I'm getting. And then I'm going to take some of the darker blues and add some patterns and details. These look more like plums than pomegranates in here. I don't know if you feel the same, but it just feels really good when you finally covered all the white areas in your piece. Gouache, I feel like I think I may switch to acrylics next week, because just so that you can see the difference, and they're going to be probably approached a little bit differently because it's less graphic, I feel. I mean, acrylics can be like this, but I paint differently with acrylics. I feel like I'm a lot more, like a lot looser. Okay, I'm going to take there really aren't, okay, there's not too many muddled colors. There's a few muddled colors here. I'm going to just take a little bit of this. There's like in the foreground here, there's this pinky greeny, like this color. Excuse me. And I'm going to use this for the shadow of the bowl. Bonjour Hippo, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Oh, okay. Susan says, speaking of plein air painting, there's plein air painting festival on Saturday in NYC's Madison Square Garden, hoping for a beautiful day. Are you going? That would be awesome. And C says, I've been getting scolded. That's from Duolingo. I know, they're really bad. And Nick says, my son Hamish has been doing Italian for over a year now on Duolingo. Me nothing. Oh, he must be like really great at it. Hamish is such a go-getter and overachiever. Like, he's great. I love that about him. Fantastic. Yeah, bravo Hamish. Melissa says hi to Hippo. Martina says, greeting to Hamish from a fan. We are all Hamish fans. If you're new here and you didn't know, Hamish is kind of he's kind of a genius, I think, because he does things like asks his mum if it's okay if he can create recipes from every country of the world. Are you still doing that, Nick? Where are you at? I always ask you where you're at. So they've been doing this for 2.5 years now. And is it 2.5 years or almost like 3? Maybe. I think it's 2.5 years. And you must be past, are you past midway? And Soup Kitchen says, if you thought about it being difficult, you may have not even, oh no. Well, other people may not have started. I don't, yeah, maybe you're right, but I wouldn't have not started, I don't think. Nick says, we're in Liberia. Oh, wow, that's incredible. Yeah, 2.5 years. Hippo says, ooh, these shadows. Yeah, so this is the image, Hippo, that we're working from. It's a kind of crazy one. It's lovely. Maria chose the image, and it's a challenge. A real challenge, but a great one. Fantastic one. You know what I forgot? Look at my jug. It doesn't have a spout. No, not a spout, a handle. I know I've got to go probably soon, but I'm enjoying, ooh, that sprayed a lot of places. I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys, so. Okay, my opera pink is like completely, I think I have to like dip it in water. It's completely dried out. Isn't that sad? And this is the Holbein one. And my Winsor & Newton one is dried out too. I need like a skewer. I need a skewer to like skewer out. But I can't take that. Maybe a knife? Hippo says, how old is Hamish, Nick? 12. Yeah, he's pretty fantastic. So he does this. Then he's been doing Duolingo for a year, and I know that you can get quite far. Like, I wonder how many, does he do the minimum, or does he like sit there for like an hour and do it every day? We had Lesotho. Where's Lesotho? Where is Lesotho? I don't even know that country. Okay. Huh. Let's take a little bit of that lemon yellow. I just want to see what, ooh, yeah. See, this is where opera pink just comes in so beautifully, because look at that. Look at that beautiful orange, and it's definitely in the picture, so I need to get that on there somewhere. I think I'm going to take it up here and put it in these leaves that got a little bit dark. These are supposed to be celery leaves. Because who doesn't have a pot of celery sticking out, like sitting in their kitchen? Everybody does, right? Okay, I do also think I need some brighter reds. Yeah, it's a great reference photo. C says, I'm waiting for the library to open so I can pick up my embroidery books. Yay! And Amy says, thank you. Are you leaving, Amy? And C says, Hippo, your video of your street art was incredible. Yeah, it was fun. So great. What am I missing on this? Oh, the red. Yeah, and I'm going to just take the lemon yellow and a touch of the carmine, and I'm going to just push it until I get the red that I want. Actually, this color is really nice as well, and it is in the picture. Actually, it doesn't look as bright. Doesn't look as bright. Let's see this color. Just want a little bit more vibration in these. Oh, it's very similar to the shadow, actually. Didn't realize that. And I'm going to, oops, I'm going to use this also for the shadow, say for example here. Actually, it probably would be all in shadow that side. That's a tricky one. See if I can get any more of this out. I don't want to just leave it. I have like maybe a quarter or a fifth of this in there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, if you haven't watched Hippo's street art video, she did it back in, was it 2019, Hippo? But it's great. Okay. Need a little bit more red in there. A little bit more pink. And a teeny tiny little bit more blue. I'm going to take a little bit of the cobalt. It's just not pink enough. It's not bright. But that's okay because I'm going to use it for this shadow side of the jug. And then I can put some pattern on. Patterns. These hour mornings have been turning into an hour and a half. I hope you guys are okay with that. If I'm going to finish it anyway, I may as well just finish it here so that I'm done. You know what I didn't do also? Ooh, dear. Okay, let's bring that back. Shadow of the fork here. And of the spoon. And I think I may add a little bit of this into the side here. Okay, so I wanted that bright blue on the bowl, so I'm going to take the cobalt, the very expensive cobalt, and just a tiny touch of white. Gosh, there are some pretty colors in this. Really, really pretty. And I was going to do I don't know, maybe I'll do some thinner ones. I have thick ones on there, but I'm not sure if I want to do. I think maybe I'll just do some thin ones. Whoops. And then on the vase here, hang on, I'm going to take this blue and just put a little bit in the shadow here. Ooh, that's special. The vibration is really cool. I like that. Okay. And I've got to put that on here. Yeah, so on the jug, I really wanted some brighter pink. Let me see if I've got any. I have, oh my God, they are all, I do have acrylic gouache. I could use acrylic gouache. I have a primary magenta. Let's see if the magenta is a better solution. I don't think it will be, but it may work with the lemon yellow. Melissa says, Shar, do you ever do primaries painting using magenta? Oh, haha, that's funny. I just picked up magenta. Yeah, and also a lot of times I'll use alizarin. Okay, well I know that's bright enough, so I can do that. Can you see it there? I need it a little bit darker. Just a very loose pattern on here. I actually may put a little bit of yellow. We'll see. Maybe I won't need to. And I think I'm going to leave that plate. Actually, maybe I will have a bit of yellow in there. it's looking a little bit too pink. I need to just push that back. Push it back or bring it forward, but I just need to break up that color. I saw this vase with a lot of V's on, and I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna take that pattern and put it in my image. Let's take a more subdued yellowy orange and put it in there. And I feel like maybe should be a little bit more of a red, and clean this up, the shadow, just a touch. People are going to look at this piece and go, whoa, that's a little crazy. Uh-oh, blue on my tablecloth. Go away, blue. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I've spent an hour and a half on it. This is the image, if you didn't know. And if you wanted to come and join us for our monthly dailies, I'm on Substack, and I've completely wrecked my brush. I have to clean it. Yeah, I'm on Substack. Come and see us. Come and join in the fun. For $5 a month, you can just join our mornings. And for $10, actually it works out to be $9 a month, you can join our drawing sessions. We have one on Friday, and you get to access all the old ones as well. So yeah, we have a lot of fun painting and drawing together all the time. Okay, am I even going to be able to use this as a point? Hippo says, I used to post a lot of street art from Paris on Instagram, but I boycott since I don't know if I kept those pictures somewhere. Ah. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I will see some of you later. Melissa has her art hang party. And if, oh, Melissa said, I took some photos of street art in Paris when we were there in 2016. I should send it to you, Hippo, to see if you recognize any. Sorry, just did not see that. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a really good day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning in Zoom if you are part of our mornings, and if not, I have a great weekend if I'm not going to see you in any of our other sessions. Bye, everybody. Bye.